Hey there, folks! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the disturbing story of Harold Shipman, the doctor who shocked the world with his heinous crimes. Get ready for a roller coaster of emotions as we explore the dark depths of Shipman's twisted mind. Harold Shipman, born in 1946, grew up in the quaint town of Hyde, England. From an early age, he harbored ambitions of becoming a doctor. After completing his medical studies, Shipman returned to Hyde, where he quickly earned a reputation as a compassionate healer. Patients adored him, and his practice flourished. However, beneath Shipman's charming exterior lay a dark and sinister secret. Over the years, a troubling pattern emerged. Patients under Shipman's care were dying at an alarming rate. What appeared to be natural deaths were, in reality, carefully orchestrated murders. Shipman, using his medical expertise, administered lethal doses of drugs to unsuspecting victims, all while maintaining a facade of professionalism and care. Shipman's victims were predominantly elderly women, vulnerable and unsuspecting. He abused their trust, injecting them with lethal doses of drugs, often morphine or heroin, under the guise of providing palliative care. Shipman's murder spree spanned decades, with the true extent of his crimes only coming to light after an extensive police investigation. As suspicions mounted, concerned family members began to question the unusually high mortality rate among Shipman's patients. Their inquiries sparked an investigation that would uncover the full extent of Shipman's depravity. On September 7, 1998, Shipman was arrested by authorities, marking the beginning of the end for the notorious doctor. Shipman's trial began on October 5, 1999, where he faced multiple counts of murder and forgery. The prosecution meticulously laid out the evidence, revealing a chilling pattern of deceit and manipulation. Harold Shipman stood trial for the murder of 15 patients, though the true number of his victims is believed to be much higher. The prosecution presented compelling evidence of Shipman's crimes, including witness testimonies, medical records, and forensic analysis. In January 2000, Shipman was found guilty on all counts of murder and forgery. He was sentenced to life imprisonment, with the judge describing him as a calculated and cold-blooded killer who had abused his position of trust for his own sinister ends. A key witness who placed murderous Dr. Harold Shipman at a murder scene, which helped police to convict the serial killer, has spoken for the first time since the trials. 22 years later, Gloria Ellis, a friend of one of the victims, Winifred Meller, spoke to Channel 5, and this is what she had to say.
I was just minding my own business, doing some ironing, when I saw him pull up, the man who would become the face of pure evil in our neighborhood. Winifred Meller was my friend, my neighbor. I'll never forget that afternoon, the day everything changed. I saw him walk up past my window, a man with short hair, a grey beard, glasses and a maroon car. It was around 3 o'clock. I heard Winifred's gate, and I assumed he'd gone in. Later, when the news came on, I saw him again, this time on TV. It hit me like a ton of bricks. That's when I knew something was terribly wrong. He came back, knocking at my door around 6. The same man from earlier, asking for a spare key. When I mentioned seeing him earlier, he was visibly annoyed. That's when my gut told me something was off. We went into Winifred's house, and there she was, sitting up, fully dressed, like she was just asleep. But I knew she was gone. And I cried for my friend, my lovely friend. It was on the news, over and over. That's when I knew I had to speak up. Harold Shipman wasn't just a doctor making house calls, he was a monster. Speaking out wasn't easy, but it was the right thing to do. Winifred deserved justice, and I'm grateful I could play a part in bringing it to her.
As the trial progressed and the weight of his crimes became undeniable, Harold Shipman found himself imprisoned not only by bars, but by the remorseless grip of guilt. Facing a lifetime behind bars for his unspeakable deeds, Shipman's mind became a battleground of torment and despair. Then, on January 13, 2004, in a solitary cell, Shipman made a final, tragic decision. He ended his own life, bringing his reign of terror to a sudden and sorrowful conclusion. His death sent shockwaves through the community, a mix of relief and sadness echoing in its wake. While some saw it as a fitting end to a life consumed by darkness, others mourned the closure it denied them. In the end, Shipman's demise served as a somber reminder of the devastation he wrought, leaving behind a legacy of pain and loss that would never be forgotten. The legacy of Harold Shipman continues to haunt the medical community and society at large. His crimes shattered the illusion of trust and highlighted the vulnerabilities within the healthcare system. In the wake of Shipman's atrocities, reforms were implemented to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future. Harold Shipman's case isn't an isolated incident. It's a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk within the medical profession worldwide. Similar cases have surfaced in various corners of the globe, sparking concerns about the integrity of healthcare systems. In Denmark, the shocking case of Christina Hansen, a nurse who induced heart attacks in patients to satisfy her curiosity, sent shockwaves through the nation. Elsewhere, individuals like Charles Cullen, known as the Angel of Death, preyed upon patients in the United States, causing numerous deaths over his decades-long career. And in Germany, the case of Niels Högel, a nurse convicted of murdering over 85 patients, serves as a stark reminder of the potential for harm within healthcare settings. These incidents, alongside Shipman's atrocities, underscore the importance of maintaining vigilance and accountability within healthcare institutions. They prompt us to question the systems in place to detect and prevent such abuses of power, and to ensure the safety and well-being of patients everywhere. As we reflect on these chilling cases, we must also acknowledge the broader implications and strive for a global commitment to transparency, oversight, and patient-centered care. As we reflect on the chilling saga of Harold Shipman, we're reminded of the fragility of trust and the capacity for evil that resides within us all. His story serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of vigilance and accountability in the medical profession, and the need to remain ever vigilant against those who would betray the sacred trust placed in them.
It's convenient for you.
Sorry, Doctor.
I'll come and stand where you'd like me to stand.
All right. It's very good of you. I do.
It's possible for you to, rather than standing there, would it be possible for you to sort of come and get something out of your car and then go back in? I've been advised to stand and let you take a photograph and then go away. And I'm sure you've had enough time to take a decent photograph.
Is it possible for you just to say anything at all?
Back into surgery to do my surgery.
But you have said you have nothing to hide, sir.
And there you have it, the harrowing tale of Harold Shipman, a man who masqueraded as a healer while harboring a darkness beyond comprehension. Join us next time on All About People Subject Crime as we uncover more shocking stories. I hope you liked this episode. Help me grow by hitting the subscribe button, and I will do my best to develop my editor skills even more. Until then, stay safe, stay curious, and never stop questioning the world around you.